Sugar. Oh my gosh. Are you okay? This wasn't what I expected it to be. I never thought you'd go to the hospital for something like this. I came as soon as I heard. Sugar. I was really worried. I'm glad you're awake though. How do you feel? Is it something you can deal with? No, that's unfair to ask. Feel my heartbeat. No, just put your hand there. I'm serious. It's important. Can you feel my heart's beating out of my chest? And it's all because I'm worried about you. I can't stand the thought of thinking of you being hurt or going someplace I can't follow. It's been like that since we met. Since we really became this close. May I just have a moment? I didn't expect it. That something like this could happen in the first place. Sugar, are you sure? Nothing feels abnormal. Have they made sure everything is normal? If everything really is, then why? Why did you faint? I heard the neighbor, they found you like that. Oh my. Looks like I need to investigate. No, not that. Maybe there's something wrong in the environment. On our home, carbon monoxide or something. Whatever it was. I'm so glad you're okay. Sugar, I wish I could tell you to take better care, but no, it's not about that. It's about making sure we're okay going forward. This situation isn't easy. And I'm sorry that it happened. I missed you. Work's been taking all my time away, and I can't stand it. It's just not the same without daily time together. If we have to move, it's a small price to pay. Hey, as long as you're okay. I don't care about that. Everything else will work out. I promise. I know I can be a worrywart sometimes, but this isn't one of those times. There's a lot we need to do, Sugar. And, well, I just don't know what it is. You know how I don't go in to things without a plan. I don't like to. It messes with how I feel about them. But right now is different. We have to make a decision. For now, let's go to my family's summer home. It's on the beach to the north. It'll be warm, nicer, and I'll be able to watch and make sure you're okay. That way, if it's environmental, we'll be able to see firsthand. It must have been. You've never had something like this before. Sugar. Yes. It's because I'm worried. I can't stand the thought of something taking you away from me. It bothers me, but isn't it the same for you? You don't want anyone to take me away. Of course I don't want some preventable measure to get in the way of us. While we're away, I'll get some professionals to look into a mold problem or carbon monoxide. Maybe they'll find something, and we'll get to the bottom of this. I know I can be too clingy, too. It's not like this is the first time. But this is serious. You have to look after your health first. And I'll tend to everything. I'll spoil you, and do anything that's needed. You'll just have to relax, get some sun, and enjoy the weather. Trust me, no matter what happens, I won't let you be alone. Not even for a minute. It's one thing if you need your space, Sugar, but it's another if it's not the time for that. I'll try and be reasonable, make things make sense. But between us, we've been through so much already. And while it's nothing compared to others, I don't just want it to be something that fades away. And it just reminds me how important our health is. Your health can't be a compromise. So please, don't worry. My boss will understand. He'd probably welcome it, actually. And he's always saying, "You work too much. You're doing too much for the team." Not something I ever expected to hear in my line of work. But still, at least during times like this, I'm glad I did work so hard. It's like I said, having a contingency plan, having a fallback plan is part of life. You always have to make sure that everything's okay, and even then, things like this can happen. Sugar, I'm worried about you, but just leave this to me, okay? You can trust me. I won't let you down. Not now, not ever. Just relax. The rest of it's going to fall into place. The pieces to this puzzle, they'll always be here. And once we get to the bottom of it, we'll be able to make a plan for it too. Too much planning? I'm not so sure there's such a thing, but I can admit to the second part. I do worry too much, and I'll try and work on it. The last thing I want you to do is worry for my health in the midst of your own crisis. Now, once we get out of here, we'll go for a long drive. But for now, rest up. I'll just rest up too. Yes, I love you, Sugar. I love you more than anything. Anything. Oh. I don't know how long I was out. Sorry about that. Though there should be enough time in the day that we can still make it there. If we try. I'll drive us, so just relax in the car for a while. You'll get to enjoy the ambiance, since it's a bit of a country drive. Don't worry. If there's any problems, there's a great hospital nearby. After you. Yes. Make sure you watch your step. Not to weaken your legs or something, are you? Well, you can't be too sure, Sugar. I know it didn't have to do with that. But still, it's good to see that smile back on your face. I'm glad you're looking forward to this. It's kind of good to get a break, too. I have been a little stressed. Time away from my Sugar isn't time at all. But I respect that I need my work to take care of us. So please, enjoy the trip. It might be a long drive, so just buckle up and relax. You know, it might seem silly, but the first thing I thought of when you were in the hospital, when I got that news, was if I did something wrong. I know it's not like I could do much more than I do. It's also your life as well, even if we share it together. So, it's silly of me to blame myself, but it doesn't mean that I can fully absolve or feel like it's not. There are times when I think I don't do enough for you, but sometimes it's important to take a step back. Not away from you, not at all, Sugar, but to respect that this doesn't all fall on my head. I did everything I could for you, every single day. Whenever I got home from work, I'd spend every waking moment with you. And to tell you the truth, even if our time was limited, It meant the world to me. And I'm so happy we get this opportunity. In fact, what was also on my mind was looking forward to this. Even if the circumstances are bad, it's nice to do something without much of a plan. It's ill-suited to what I normally do. But I'm still happy to be here, with you. Rest up if you feel sleepy. This ride might take a while. So, Sugar, this aside, how have you been? I know it's been lonely. Here, you can hold my hand. It's okay. I can drive safely like this. It's not like there's much traffic on these roads. Don't worry. If I say I've got it, then trust me. This place we're going to, I know you've never gotten a chance to go there, but it's a place near and dear to my heart. It's good for relaxing, and I'm looking forward to time with just you. No distractions. People can get in the way, and while I'm not one to oppose friendships and things like that, it's just nice, you know, to have more time with you. 'Cause there's far too much time things get spent the other way, and it feels like a waste when it's not with you. Yes, maybe that kiss was a bit risky, but even I take risks sometimes. It's part of what I need to do. Not risking our lives, but at least risking a little bit. I realize I live too much in order, and that's fine for most things. But I realize today, backup plans matter more than ever before. And making on-the-spot decisions has its own merit. If not, we wouldn't be in this vehicle. We wouldn't be going anywhere. We'd just be mulling on it. And that's not good for you, nor is it for your recovery. And definitely not good for us. Look, what I'm trying to say about all this is I'm sorry that I've been so uptight. And also, I really wanted to do something for you, even before this whole hospital fiasco. It's difficult sometimes. I get so caught up in my head. I get a little discouraged from actually approaching you. You seem so busy too. And the time that we do have, I don't want to dampen it with other things. I want us to be happy. Happy together and in the moment. I know. Sometimes it's not that simple, is it? But still, even if it's not simple, even if my contingency plans can't protect you from everything, I still want to be prepared. Prepared and ready for anything. But one thing I can never prepare myself for is how random you can be. It's not a bad thing. It's just, I wish you'd take a little more care, so that you don't end up hurting yourself. Take more care of yourself sometimes. You never know. It just might be the difference between visiting that hospital again. We're here. Don't worry. It's going to be better. And I didn't mean to sound like I was lecturing you. I just worry a lot about you, because there's no one I cherish more. Sugar, you're the only person I've ever met that really gets me. That's so much my opposite, that we attract like we do. And there's one thing I could never prepare for, and that is if I lost you. It's not something I could ever handle. I know you feel the same, and that's why I take good care of myself. I'd never want to put you through that. Yeah, I understand you've been doing better, and I'm so proud of you. That self-care might not mean a lot. in the short term, but it means all of it in the long term. The more healthy years we have, the more things we can do. Come here. Out you go. I've got you, Sugar. You don't need to worry about anything here. It's all about spoiling you. Do you need help walking? No. I realize it can be doting, but it's only because of what happened. I had to really think about it. And at first, I didn't know what to expect. I thought maybe it could be serious. And that scared me. It scared me a lot. I never want that to happen. So I prepared a bunch of healthy meals for us. While we're here, I'll be your chef, caretaker, and lover. All in one. I prepared everything, Sugar. Even s'mores. You bet. You can't have fun if it's not some faults in the system. Don't worry, I made perfectly balanced diets that attest for the s'mores. You don't have anything to worry about. No matter what you eat, I'll make sure it's exact. And same goes here. We'll eat together. I would never subject you to something I wouldn't myself want to eat. That's why I've made each meal my favorites and your favorites combined. It may not seem like it, but I put a lot of effort into planning this. Even if it was on the spot. It's just that old habits die hard. I couldn't come unprepared and let you down when you need a break from all this. But still, it doesn't change the fact that I'm going to take good care of you. Now just accept it already. See? You're not that stubborn after all. You just need a little coaxing and... What do you mean by that? Are you saying you're going to disagree to spite me? Fine. If that's really what would make you feel good in this situation. Back to being so complacent. If I didn't know any better, I'd say I just discovered something very, very interesting. That's for me to know and you to find out. So just relax, Sugar. Here we are. Once I get this door open. This place may be a bit old, but it's really nice. It's got some modern facilities too. It used to be an inn, so to speak. Not a very big one, but my family ran it generations ago. I think you'll really enjoy it. Now that door... It's not working. I'm not sure what's going on. Well... Oh. Thanks for that. I guess I got so preoccupied I didn't consider the locking mechanism wasn't fully unlocked. Let's try things your way. That was quick. Yes. I'll say it. You were right this time, and I appreciate it. Despite how much I may seem like it, it's fine when I'm wrong. You can rub it in my face all you want, but I'm just happy to be here with you. Sugar, please, get inside. I can't believe this. They called for sun, but it's looking like rain. Must all my plans fall through today? I swear, it's just not working out. You're enjoying this, aren't you? Well, enjoy it. Smile as much as you can. It makes me happy just seeing you smile. All of this. It's a big improvement over seeing you in that hospital. Being sick is bad enough, but being in a hospital, it sucks. And I don't want that for you. Even if it's just a short reprieve from what is normal. I want this to be something special. So let's make it something truly special. I didn't exactly mean that. Even if we're cooped up here, it's definitely a lot more close to nature. So it might just show us something. We still have most of the modern amenities. At least, the basic ones. It's okay, Sugar. I've got this. If you're hungry, I can cook you something right now. I'd love if you helped with it. I don't know about you, but it feels very romantic to me to be able to cook something with you and really get an idea of what you're feeling in that moment, as well as working towards a similar goal. You really don't like being too spoiled, do you? I guess it depends on the way, but you never let me pick up all the slack on my own, do you? And after I said I was going to take care of everything. But I guess it's my suggestion, so it's my fault. I just missed it. Us cooking together. Doing something simple like this because we were so busy. You with everything, me with work. I miss that. But I don't want to miss this anymore. Is it too much to ask? Please, I'll only let you do it. If you promise to relax if it's too much. Okay, I'm trusting you, Sugar. You better not. Just because you're sweet doesn't mean I'm always gonna fall for that. But you're lucky. This time. Here we are. Everything should be warmed up now. Do you want to have the honors? Don't worry, I trust you. I'm just back here to give you support. And it's nice to hold you. Just like this. It may be something that's taken for granted, but I never will. It's the little things that makes this special. What we have. I couldn't help kissing you, but don't let me mess you up. Look at you. So greedy like this. I'm not complaining though. I'm looking forward to the food, but more than that, I'm looking forward to you. This is time that we get to catch up, and it's not been like this for a while. And I really missed you. Delicious, if I do say so myself. Hey now. I'm not trying to be unreasonable, just... I do enjoy every moment I get with you. Does it not seem that way? Has it not from the start? Then I don't know what I'm doing if I didn't make you feel that way. I do? Then don't talk in such a roundabout way, Sugar. Sometimes I wonder if there's a brain in there, or if I gotta pick up the pieces of it and try and help you find it. If you don't like what I said, what are you going to do about it, Sugar? I don't think you have it in you to do much of anything right now. You look pretty exhausted. It was a long drive, wasn't it? Then, maybe after dinner, we could go to the hot springs or something. They're indoors, so the rain shouldn't matter. Speaking of which, I guess it can't be helped. So, Sugar, shall we enjoy our meal? With the rainstorm as our... Sugar, you're gripping so tightly. Is it the thunder? I'm so sorry I didn't realize. this scares you. Or... It's alright. We'll enjoy our meal together. You can sit on my lap while we eat. And from there, we can go to the onsen. Trust me, it's going to be alright. But it's alright to be scared. I'm not expecting you to be some kind of paragon in bravery. Just be you, sugar. Just like I've said, don't eat a single bite more than you want. All I ask you is to try. Doesn't that sound fair? At least a little. I know more than anyone how unreasonable I can be sometimes. How my goals and ambition, my planning, my thoughts get in the way of my feelings. But with you, it's the opposite. My feelings, they get all jumbled when I'm with you. Right. I have to eat while the food is still hot. So, let's dig in together, shall we? Did you have fun cooking it with me? Yes, of course I had fun cooking it with you. It was an experience to remember. This whole trip has been. Shamefully, things didn't go as I planned. But it's just more reminders. You can't plan on everything. You can just try your best to accommodate for it. Cooked to perfection. Thanks to you. Well, thanks to our hard work. Sugar, do you like it? Good. And it's healthy. We used all the good ingredients. At least for today. I only planned on us having one more meal. So I figured it should be one to remember. Light and delicious. Something quick to make your tummy happy. Sugar, are you sure you're okay? Nothing feels out of ends, right? I'll trust you. And they say hot springs are a natural remedy for most sicknesses. But if you start feeling lightheaded, well, yeah, that. You have to be honest with me. Understand, taking care of yourself is a really big deal. I can't have you fainting on me, okay? Easy does it, sugar. We're almost there. I guess I am babying you a bit too much. But you have to be careful. If it's too hot, let me know and... yeah. It's just a nice little hot spring. Not too big or anything. I like to think of it as cozy. At least to me personally. I find it cozier. That we have to kind of cuddle together to enjoy it at the same time. Isn't it romantic? I never thought I'd be able to enjoy this kind of moment. But I found you. You've shook up my plans for my life. There were so many things that I had planned, that I still do, but that have been upset in such interesting ways. I couldn't imagine what it'd be like without you, sugar. It definitely wouldn't have been as fun so far. Nor would I have so much passion. I think, well, my passion is my own. The passion I have for us is a different beast entirely. But I could talk about that for a long time. In we go. Watch your step. Oh, it's quite hot, isn't it? No, I was talking about the hot spring. Of course, I think you're hot too. You naughty little... You always push me to my last nerve, and I always let you get away with it. I wonder why that is. I guess I just don't know when to quit. Do I? Well, you might as well sit on my lap then. You threatened it before. And then mean your words. If you dare. I'm definitely not complaining. Not in the slightest. This whole situation, it's like a dream. I just don't want it to end, and for me to wake up and be in a place without you. So let me hold you close. Won't you? Having you so close to me like this, it's really refreshing. Though it's also kind of intimidating. I mean, we are in the hot springs, just the two of us. For miles, there's no one but us. It's a little romantic, but also makes my heart race for some reason. Well, of course it's because of that. It's just embarrassing to say it. When I see you like this, when you sit on my lap so close, of course I'm going to feel my heart beating out of my chest. Of course I'm going to want more. To kiss you. To hold you closer than anyone ever could. And it's frustrating sometimes. Because I want you to see me the same way. I want you to lose your mind and have your heart beat out of your chest when you see me like this. I love you, sugar. And you're my one and only. So it's high time you realize that. And, so that's it. So you are no different than me. You have your heart beat out of your chest too. Then, don't mind if I lose my mind. Just your touch is enough to make my heart race so much. I want to touch you too, hold you closer, kiss you more. My sugar, my baby. Look at what you do to me. I'm glad I can do the same to you. I swear it's every time with you. Sugar. You really are mine. But still. Mine. All mine. Don't let the heat get to you. Like I said before, tell me if it's too much. What are you doing? Baby, if you do that, there's no going back. I wouldn't be able to. I know I said sit on my lap, but still. Just relax and leave it to your man. I love you. Sugar. I love you so much. So please, never go. You're mine. Mine. Somehow, Sugar, holding you close like that, it makes me feel so shy. Even if what we're doing isn't something to be shy about. Kissing and holding is all I could ever want. And holding you this close, even closer. I must be the luckiest guy in the whole wide world. And I want to make sure to never stop. Never, ever. You're everything I ever wanted. And more. And I hope it shows how much I love you. Day in and day out, I really don't know how I would do any of this without you. I'm happy in this moment, in our life together, and everything else. I'm very happy just knowing that I get to have you. Thank you. My love, is there any way I could maybe convince you to cuddle for just a bit longer? I'd enjoy it to no end. And after everything that's happened today, I just want to make sure that there's no going back to fearing that I'm going to lose you. That's all. I really do love you so much. And it's just difficult sometimes seeing how things can be so transient. How sometimes what you think is normal, what you think is forever, gets cut off short, and I don't want us to be one of those things. I couldn't handle that. I really couldn't. There's no one like you to me. No one. I'd be happy just knowing that I could be your man. Is there anything that I could do to make you happier about being my sugar? My one and only sugar. You're so far beyond cute like this. God, I love you so much. I know people say this all the time. The word gets thrown around so much. But it's really something I couldn't imagine being put towards anyone else. There's no one like you. Not in my book. And I'm happy for maybe the second time in my life. I'm happy just being able to see you, feel you, and know that I have an effect on you. That's a big deal to me. It always will be. Because you're special. Way more than special. I love you. So very much. Would it be too much to ask that I could kiss you right now? That makes my day by itself. Because it's you we're talking about. Sugar. I love you.